Welcome back. I am theundj, and this is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories. It's been a long week, y'all, but we almost through it. We got you. All right? We got more videos. Your jaw's going to drop. Your mind is going to wander. We got you. It's crazy out here. You ready? Let's get started.
Well, it's going to get a lot harder to let Claude write your next paper or resume because Anthropic says new Claude AI models will actually embed an invisible watermark directly into AI-generated text. That means it'll be a lot easier for anyone to find out if something is AI generated. And this could be a turning point for the publishing industry, which has been grappling with the rise of AI generated technology and content. Technology reporter Mike Dubusky joins me now for more. Kind of tell us about this invisible watermark and how it's going to work.
Yeah, sure, Kira. So this is specialized code that is going to be interwoven into any AI output from an Anthropic model. This is not necessarily something that you or I could see with our human eyes. This is rather like a little red flag for computers to look at when they're trying to evaluate whether something is AI generated or not. Anthropic says that this is going to be baked into every forthcoming model that they launch from here on in, and they're in the process of retroactively adding this to existing models as well. It's not quite out yet, but will be coming, they say, in the next couple weeks and months here. So it is a pretty big shift in how people think about how AI is used and deployed, and of particular interest not just to the publishing industry, but to other industries as well. Things like, education sectors and so on and so forth are really going to be paying a lot of attention to this, especially as to whether it actually works or not in the real world. Anthropic has come out and said that if you do enough modification to the output, even with that watermark might eventually go away. So there's some loopholes here, it seems like, that need to be closed. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see how it works in the real world.
Now, in this world, I'm a caveman, okay? I don't have any kind of intelligence when it comes to this technology. But I just decided to check on it and see what would happen if you let AI generate it and then you just stopped being lazy and wrote it down yourself and changed a few words, just like we used to do back in the day. And the answer is there will be no watermark. Even if you're looking at the cadence, the way they lay out the sentences, adding your own words, adding your own personality, and there is no watermark. So this is pretty much nothing. They're not doing anything but making you feel better. It's like pouring water on a cut and saying, hey, this is going to clean it out. No, it won't. Teachers are sick of this. So to say that this is going to help with education, it won't. These kids are way smarter than we give them credit for.
So it turns out Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were actually speeding towards a lawsuit.
Come to find out that Spectrum wasn't only giving us slow Wi-Fi, but they were also speeding towards a lawsuit.
Turns out Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were actually speeding towards a lawsuit. So it turns out that Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were actually speeding towards a lawsuit. So Spectrum is currently...
It turns out Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were speeding towards a lawsuit.
Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were actually speeding towards a lawsuit. So
Spectrum is getting sued, and honestly, this one's got me saying that it
turns out Spectrum wasn't just giving us slow Wi-Fi, they were actually speeding towards a lawsuit. So Spectrum is facing...
What, you thought it was just the news? Oh, nah. These people get way more attention than the news gets. So they went after the influencers the moment that they found out this is the new attention getters. So now they're going to read from the same script for a little bit of money and do the same thing that the news was doing. It is the news. This is just where we come to get it now. Is that good? No. Is it different? No. It's just what we do now. Same crap, same repetitive reporting of the news that's already been tampered with. Cool? No. Happening? Yes.
When I scream like a little girl and pee myself, go back with the glove. These shock gloves may soon be used by immigration and customs enforcement agents. ICE is planning to spend between $10 and $20 million to purchase the devices known as CTG5GLOVE, which stands for Generated Low Output Voltage Emitter, according to a notice published by the Department of Homeland Security. In example videos posted by the device manufacturer, Compliant Technologies, most individuals are seen falling to their knees after being touched with the gloves. The company markets the glove as a wearable de-escalation device that can be shifted into electrical mode, delivering a maximum voltage of up to 380 volts that, quote, distracts the subject from performing coordinated muscle movement. The manual states that no more than 2 gloves should be applied to a subject at one time and should not be used for more than 15 seconds in many instances. The company also warns the gloves should not be used as punishment or on high-risk individuals, including those who are pregnant, elderly, severely disabled, or children. The notice comes as ICE faces scrutiny over what critics say are aggressive and dangerous tactics, amid pressure from the Trump administration to make around 2,000 arrests daily. The devices would be delivered by March 2027, according to DHS. CNN has reached out to DHS and Compliant Technologies for comment, but has not received a response.
So what do you think? De-escalation device? Or just another thing they're going to use to abuse authority? We don't use any of this stuff right. Non-lethal, anything. And unfortunately, with my personal experience, I just don't trust law enforcement enough to have any of this, because the individuals are the problem. It's not the weapons. The weapons are perfect. In the wrong hands, they're a problem. In the right hands, de-escalation. The problem is there's not enough right hands in law enforcement for this to actually help anybody.
There's been a viral controversy on the internet after a customer at a Shake Shack noticed his prices appeared to go up after he chose not to leave a tip. If you don't know what happened, a customer was checking out at a kiosk and selected no tip. Right after, a message popped up saying there had been a pricing update, and the price of each item in his cart increased about 50 cents.
Every item went up by 50 cents. Just making sure everybody knows, do not go there.
The video quickly went viral, with people questioning whether Shake Shack was actually charging customers more for not tipping. Now Shake Shack has responded. The company says increasing menu prices when a customer doesn't tip is not in their policy. They say the airport location in the video is operated by licensee HMS hosts. Shake Shack says after being investigated, it was determined the price change was caused by an error with the kiosk technology and was unrelated to tipping. Shake Shack says the issue has since been resolved. So what do you guys think about this? Does this make you wonder if this could be happening at other restaurants across the country?
Well, fortunately for us, the glitch just came out of nowhere at the perfect time that somebody refused to tip. And it showed us that there was a problem that they quickly rectified. And it had nothing to do with the tip. It had nothing to do with the fact that the person refused to tip. And just then, the glitch was exposed and just happened to raise the prices. Because that's what happens, right? Right? Let's keep going.
Samsung has confirmed that its new smart refrigerators will start showing you ads on screen, which is bad enough, but this is on their ultra premium line of refrigerators that start at $1,800 and go up to over $3,600. Imagine spending almost $4,000 on a refrigerator just to have it deliver you ads, something like this. So instead of just your calendar and your Amazon restocking of food or whatever, in various quadrants of the refrigerator, advertisements will actually pop up, and they didn't even tell users before rolling out this feature. A Redditor of all people had to find it when he actually read the patch change notes for his smart refrigerator, and one of the first things you'll see right here is, to enhance our service and offer additional content to users, advertisements will be displayed on the cover screen for weather, color, and daily board themes. Like what? It says advertisements will be displayed. Now, this was somewhat controversial. A lot of the users that bought this were very mad that they would be spending this much money only to be delivered advertisements, much like streaming services that you have to pay for and also get delivered advertisements for. And Samsung has cleared it up, saying as part of a pilot program, Family Hub refrigerators, which is what their kind of smart screen technology is based on, will receive an over-the-air network with terms of service, blah, 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 blah. Advertising will appear on certain Family Hub refrigerator screens. The advertisements will appear when the screen is idle. That's even worse. That means when you go to get food, the first thing you're going to see is an advertisement before you open the door. And the ad design format may change depending on personalization options for the cover screen. And you can also click "Don't show this ad again," "I'm not interested," etc., etc. But it's still an actual nightmare. I can't imagine a worse dystopia than being forced to live in a society where my refrigerator that I paid a used car worth of money for forces me to watch advertisements for various things. And I can't imagine how poorly...
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas, the only thing I really want, is more ads selling me things that I never asked for in places where shopping is not even on my mind. Please, Santa, it's all I want for Christmas. More ads that invade my life. Thank you.
Literally, why does Anna have a flock camera literally facing the kids' splash pad? I mean, it's literally right here outside the gate. I just don't understand it. Why do you need a flock camera facing kids? I mean, it's like literally right here. That shit don't make no sense.
And I quote, "Flock cameras are only plate readers. They are to read your plates just in case something happens." Apparently your kids have license plates on them because they have flock cameras facing them. Thank you, Flock.
SpaceX just told your carrier out loud that they're coming to take you. On SpaceX's first ever earnings call, their president said it flat out. The big three, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, are a $600 billion market. And quote, "I anticipate us being able to acquire quite a few of their customers because our service will be better." They're not just doing satellite backup anymore. They bought $19.6 billion of spectrum. The FCC approved it, and they're building actual ground towers, a real carrier. Carrier stocks dropped the same night. Here's what matters for your bill. For years, you've had three choices that all raise prices together. A fourth one with this kind of money is the only thing that's ever forced them to compete. Services targeted for late next year. No pricing yet. Would you drop your carrier for Starlink? Tell me below. Follow for your daily tech flash.
I've had a phone with each one of these carriers throughout my life. And I'll tell you right now, as soon as he does it, I'm rolling with Elon Musk. Because, yeah, he'll do it better. It can't be done much worse.
You know how you don't get tired when you fight someone? Crack them in their face a bunch of times.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's fun to punch them in their mouth and lock them up. That's fun as But here's what's going to happen. It's still going to whine and complain and be a baby the way my 4-year-old acts.
That's police body cam video of a senior Perth Amboy police officer seemingly schooling younger cops about how to deal with an uncooperative motorist during a traffic stop.
The way these things work is, if he doesn't open the window and he's under arrest, you just smash the window.
And what if the motorist is videotaping them?
That's what most of these idiots think. Now I'm just going to be famous, or I'll be on YouTube, I'll make a ton of money. You know what dumbass is doing? He's recording a crime, right? So guess what? Now if you lock him up, that's evidence. Now you can see his phone.
Do you think that's stepping over the line?
Hey, theundj, why would you not want those gloves in the hand of law enforcement? You're probably just disgruntled. Maybe you didn't talk to him right. Maybe this, maybe that. No, complete respectful. I actually support law enforcement, the good ones. It's not my fault that that's far and in between. But I just played this clip so you understand why I don't think we should put those gloves, the shot gloves, in the hands of our boys in blue. They need to do some spring cleaning with the members of the society before we put any more weapons in their hands, because they are abusing the ones we've already given them all the time. And it's not just color anymore. They could just be having a bad day. Now, to the ones of you who stay strong, you're out here to help, serve, and protect, hats off to you. Stay safe out there, because, yeah, there's a lot of ignorant citizens out here causing you unnecessary danger. But to the ones that feel like him, I hope you don't make it to tomorrow. And I'm real with that.
Toby Lutka endorsed the idea that the votes of wealthy people should count more in elections. He is the co-founder and CEO of Canadian online commerce platform Shopify.
Yeah, he appears to support the idea that those who are wealthy should have more voting rights than those who don't have as much money, that they should be stripped away of their voting rights. But when we're looking at the wealthy, Lutka is, of course, one of them. As Shopify's CEO, he is a billionaire. Shopify, of course, an e-commerce platform worth $200 billion. It is a Canadian platform as well. The idea of such an electoral system was first suggested by a former TD Bank exec who on social media posted this, and then it led to a thread that led to Lutka's comments. It initially said weighted voting proportional to the amount of income tax you pay, from 0 votes for people who don't pay income tax to 5 votes for anyone paying $500,000 or more. And then Lutka's reply to that, good system. Now, this was not his only hot take. He also said pensioners should also be stripped of the right to vote, saying that the decision should be left for the younger people to decide the future.
I want to talk about the idea that wealthy people should get more votes in an election, because that essentially is the idea that he's endorsing in this. That is something that has existed in history, in Canadian history in the past, that you had to own property.
We've heard from experts speaking to CBC News saying that we're not going back in the past, that this should not be taken seriously. It's not going to happen, and right now it would be a violation of our Constitution.
I think people, are smart enough to recognize that this is not a real thing. This is not going to happen in Canada. It does speak to a much more serious issue, is the concentration of power in the hands of folks like Lutka and other tech bro billionaires who do have the ear of many powerful politicians and political leaders.
I guess I'm just dumb, because I really thought that this is how it worked anyway. I always thought that the people with the most money had the most say. Isn't that why they donate to these PACs and these elections? And don't their agenda kind of move up the list, and it gets heard and considered a lot more? That's what I thought. But apparently, all of our votes are equal, and I was just too dumb to know it. Thank you for clearing this up. This would never happen. It's not real. Those who have more money and more influence do not have more votes, and they never will. Even though it's already happened in history, but it isn't happening right now in the present. Right? Right? Okay.
Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you about this scam happening. It's happening all over the country, but it's especially bad in Florida. The jury duty scam. Essentially, people call you, they claim to be with law enforcement or the sheriff's office. They say you've missed jury duty. And that the only way to not be arrested is to come up with cash, and they claim that it's bond money. They're apparently very clever. I'm told that they have American accents. They claim to transfer you to different departments. I spoke to one woman near Tampa, Florida, who was scammed out of $25,000.
They sent me documents that looked official regarding the arrest, or regarding how to pay the bail. It had like the US government seal on it and everything. They had me leave my office immediately, not talk to anybody, and go to my car, which of course they want you to be alone, so you can't verify anything.
This is a big thing, and I don't have to sit there and tell you that I researched it, because it actually happened to me. And if you haven't figured out yet, I do a lot of clips on Florida, because that is where I live. I do live in Florida. So this is real, and it actually happened to me. Somebody called me and was threatening me and telling me that law enforcement, and I have jury duty and I missed it, and an immediate bench warrant would be put out for my arrest unless I sent them $5,000, which would cover the bond, and I wouldn't have to turn myself in. That's what they're running. This is real. We've had a person that has been duped out of $25,000, and somebody else duped out of $22,000. They tried to get me for $5,000, But I wouldn't have gave him $5. You got to come find me. I'm not doing that. But this is real. So Floridians, be safe. Stop acting like people call you when you're in trouble. They don't call you when you're in trouble. They come get you. Okay? Let's keep it moving.
According to MIT, AI is now more expensive than human workers in 77% of the tasks companies have attempted to automate, with more than half of employers regretting their AI-driven layoffs. And while 95% of corporate AI projects have failed to replace human labor, companies are spending even more money rehiring the workers they laid off, raising the question, who will ultimately pay the price for this failed attempt to make us obsolete? While it has become unbelievably obvious that these layoffs had very little to do with AI, as less than 1% of layoffs in 2020 resulted from genuine productivity gains driven by artificial intelligence. This relentless pursuit to replace human workers has revealed not only the lengths companies will go to improve the bottom line, but that the broader economy may be an even bigger house of cards than we realize. Similar to how AI companies have reshuffled these same hundreds of billions of dollars between one another through circular financing, big tech has also created the illusion of AI dominance through layoffs. When considering the tsunami of headlines claiming that companies such as Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Google were conducting mass layoffs through AI restructuring, you would expect their employment numbers to have collapsed from their 2022 highs. Yet, Microsoft now employs nearly the same number of workers it did in 2024 and over 3% more than in 2023. Google has already surpassed its 2022 employment high after 4 consecutive years of workforce growth, while Amazon remains only slightly below its all-time high after 3 straight years of expansion, hiring more H-1B workers in 2025 than the number of employees it officially laid off. Meaning that in order to preserve the illusion of AI-driven productivity and scare the nation's workforce into submission, big tech led millions of Americans to believe that artificial intelligence was replacing workers on an unprecedented scale, while in reality, outsourcing American jobs, reshuffling the same highly sought-after talent, and simply rehiring workers shortly after laying them off, all while benefiting immensely from increased stock prices following AI layoff announcements.
Now, how can I respond to this in a delicate, I want to be delicate, I want to be professional. Let's go with ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. That's what you get. You can't just replace humans. We are innovative and creative. And AI gives stock answers to stock questions. You have to ask a basic question, it'll give you a basic answer. And 9 times out of 10, that answer might be wrong. But for innovative, creative people, they don't use AI because they find it to be stupid. It doesn't know what they're trying to get. It doesn't understand situational intelligence. It knows stock intelligence. Hey, what's 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh, good job, smart AI. That's not what we're looking for. So these companies are finding out that replacing humans is not as easy as they thought. And now they're spending more money on AI when they could have just raised wages and we would have wanted to go to work more and do more for the company. I can't wait for things to go back to where they were at. And this time they better do it right because it's going to happen. AI can't replace us. And I will not believe that it ever will until they show me. And if they do, watch what happens to society. We mess it up. AI will foul it up.
Teeth? Well, no need to worry because the world's first tooth regrowing medicine will be given to humans in September. And yes, I said that correctly, a medicine that will literally regrow your teeth, the bones in your mouth, or in America, as we call them, since we don't have universal health care, luxury bones, as they're often not covered by Medicare or Medicaid. So this is coming out of Kyoto University in Japan. They did successful animal trials not very long ago, regrowing the teeth of a ferret and various other rodents. And here is a video that the university put out that kind of breaks down the science of this process. You can actually see these teeth regrowing. There's just so incredibly much going on in this video. They're very, very specific about it. But what they're going to do is they are going to, if I can find some interesting pictures, they're going to be testing this on men aged 30 to 64 that have lost some teeth. And then in the second phase of the trial, they're going to be trying this on children aged 2 to 7 that have a birth defect or a genetic disorder that prevents them from growing a certain number of teeth. And they're hoping the medicine will help regrow teeth in older men who have lost them just due to consequences of living, and also in children who have lost them because they were born that way.
Well, anything that will keep me from having to go to the dentist. I hate going to the dentist. They are still scary. I'm a grown man and I've been afraid of them since childhood. Now, when I saw this, I had to go fact check it, number one, to make sure I'm not feeding you all lies. You have enough misinformation out there without me spreading even more. So this is real. Coming out of Japan, Kyoto University. And when I looked in the comments, there was a lot of concern because they mentioned men and they mentioned children, but they did not mention women. And then when I went to Google, my trusty little, let me do some research, the inside of a woman's mouth is not the same as the inside of a man's mouth. So the concern is, will this work for everyone or just men and male children? Hopefully they do the testing. But if we're this amazing to do things like this, do we even need AI? Because look what we're doing. We're regrowing teeth. And this is real.
You guys are no longer allowed to go to any Walmarts.
Walmart has just permanently banned Damon Darling. His crime? Paying for other people's groceries. Let me make sure you heard that correctly. Damon Darling is an influencer who buys strangers their groceries. He'll prepay at a register or step in at checkout and cover somebody's total. He's been doing it at Walmart locations across the country. Walmart corporate has decided that's a problem. In the video, a Walmart manager pulls Damon aside in the middle of the store, holding a printed notice, and lays out the terms. Not one store, not one city, every Walmart, every Sam's Club, every Murphy gas station, for life. And if he shows up anyway, he goes to jail. Read that again. A company is threatening a man with arrest for spending money in their stores on other people's behalf. Now, normally a trespass ban covers a single location. You get banned, you drive to the next one. This one came from corporate. All of them. Everywhere. Permanently. The backlash was immediate because the money still goes to Walmart. The registers still ring. Somebody just walks out with food they couldn't afford. That is a fast way to lose customers. And so far, Walmart hasn't said a word.
I just got the green light from Costco. You Walmart. I'll never spend another penny in your establishments. And that's real, bud.
This is a hot story. It's trending right now. And I'm not familiar with this influencer, but let me give you some clarity to the situation. He did not get banned for buying people's groceries, okay? He had a format change. When he first started out, he was one of those a-holes who would go into a store and destroy things and harass people. He was doing prank videos. That was at the end of 2024 to the beginning of 2025 when he changed his format and started doing positive content, helping people. So this was backlash because of everything he did in the Walmart stores before he changed his format to positivity. Now it's 2026. Should they just let bygones be bygones and let this man help people directly? Because he does help a lot. He's giving money. It's out there. So he's helping people directly pay for groceries in a place where inflation is going crazy. Wages are low, jobs are low. It's just bad out here. And he's helping people. They banned him for what he did, not what he's doing. And I put the tail end that actually wasn't part of it. I added that on to the end of the video so you know that because he was helping people, he's still allowed to. Costco gave him the green light to go ahead and do his thing, continue to help people. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are they reacting too late and they should just let him do his thing? Or you have to pay for the crimes you committed, even if they were in the past. And he did destroy a lot of things and mess with a lot of people before he changed his format.
A common item in your house may now be illegal according to the U.S. government. The Federal Communications Commission announced July 28th that it banned 2 new categories of devices: advanced robotic devices and connected power inverters produced in foreign countries. The agency said robotic devices includes mobile robots, humanoids, quadrupeds, and devices capable of locomotion, obstacle avoidance, navigation, or movement on the ground. Robot vacuums may be considered illegal if they're produced outside the United States of America, and Roombas are included in the ban.
The next time you reach for a fork, it could be made out of sugar. Woburn-based lab CJ Biomaterials is working on a new alternative to plastic utensils. Traditional plastic forks shed harmful microplastics in the environment. The company is experimenting with bioplastics created from sugar. Traditional plastics can last for decades or even centuries without breaking down. The sugar-based material would be compostable, creating less waste.
That's right. Your Roomba can make you a domestic terrorist. No, I'm playing with you. So apparently, the new Roombas are going to have AI, and they're banning all the new models. The ones that you have in your household right now, they're fine. But this is happening. You can't trust electronics anymore because they can embed anything in anything. So everything is a security risk, which kind of works out if you live in America because they want you to buy American anyway. The problem is American usually costs more and doesn't last as long. So this is a win-lose, or it's a lose-lose, but there is no win-win here. But don't worry about it. If you have a Roomba going around cleaning up your house, you're not letting a spy into your home. They're good for right now. As far as the second clip goes, I'm glad they're finally doing something because plastic has been around for so long. And now we're just finally using our innovation skills to fix the problem.
Hey, driver. Hey, put your hands up and walk back to me. Hey, anybody else in the car?
My daughter and my son.
Oh, how old are they?
My daughter, not my daughter, my girlfriend, my son.
Okay.
My son, he's newborn, he's a month and a half. My girlfriend, she's 28.
Bye bye. The reason I'm stopping you is your plate's stolen.
You said it's who?
It's coming back stolen. Your license plate. You got your ID on your phone?
Yeah, I got my wallet.
Where's your wallet at?
My pocket.
Okay.
It's not my vehicle though.
Whose vehicle is
it?
it?
My girlfriend's vehicle.
Okay. Hey, well, just come on back here for me. Bye bye. Just right now, you're just gonna be detained, okay? More people in the car. Yeah. You said a month and a half old in the car? Okay. We're just gonna come back over here, okay? You're just detained until we figure everything out, okay? No weapons on you?
No, none of this. I got her keys in my pocket though for the truck.
Can I ask what's going on?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Just 1 second.
231. Can you confirm your 28?
I know you got a small baby.
214, standby. The car was showing up as stolen, so we're just confirming.
Oh shit! No, this is my car.
Yeah, it might be a mix-up in the system, so if it is,
Oh, my
then y'all be good to go.
No, this is my car. I just had it stored because it's been wrecked. I had to get new
I got-
tires and
I
stuff
gotcha.
on it. The
Yeah.
snow, it's been put up.
Okay. Hopefully, if that's the case, he's just going to confirm.
Oh my God.
I just heard over the radio, and he was out there, and so
Actually, sure was like he cut his lights on. I said, who cut his lights on? I didn't even know there was a police behind us.
I was en route, and they said it was stolen out of Little Rock. So
Your license good, boss? Is your license good?
like I said, he's going to do his due
I mean,
diligence
I got
right
my
there.
registration and stuff
Okay.
in there if you want
Is
to
it in
my
the
license.
glove box?
It's actually in my purse.
Okay. You
Yeah,
mind if I go
it's
ahead?
in my purse.
You mind if I grab that real quick?
I don't care. It's
Okay.
the PTMK purse.
The pink one? Oh, my bad. Okay. I got you.
So it's, can you see that tag in front of you? APX55X. So APX55Y is the one stolen. So it's not yours. You flagged one of our cameras, and so that's why we stopped you, because we thought it was the other place. So give me 1 second, I'll get you in a cuffs, okay, boss? Here, I'll uncuff it.
Oh.
Is it your car?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay. So your car flagged on some of our modern technology
But do I need
and
to
saying,
contact somebody about it? Or?
no,
Okay.
your plate is not stolen. It's
Okay.
one letter off,
Okay.
and the camera wrote.
Yep, that gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I just knew it was my vehicle.
So it's the first 5 are correct. The last digit's the only one that's off.
Oh, okay.
Those cameras, they're placed everywhere, and they hit license plates, and they'll flag. But I'm not going to say they're completely perfect, because, that's modern technology.
I got you. I got you.
I don't know if AI or whatever, but,
Okay, well-
especially if y'all got a license plate thing, sometimes if a camera hits it at an angle or something, it might block it, and then, yeah.
I got you. Okay. Will we good?
Y'all are good.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that, guys. Have a good night.
I'm not going to lie, this pissed me off because law enforcement seems to not understand how traumatizing seeing those lights come on behind you actually is, and then being treated like a criminal until proven otherwise. Put them both in cuffs. Yeah, they were kind. They were professional, but they just, oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Y'all go ahead on. And if you try to do anything, there will be no repercussion because they were operating with the information that they had. And most states will say that no matter what they do to you, As long as they were operating under the information that they had at the time, what they did was fine. And no one cares about the damage it does to you emotionally, mentally, or even physically if you get pissed off too much, because they will do something to you. This is not cool, and the flock cameras are growing. Do you think they're going to stop? No, not until something significant happens. But until then, they get to keep doing this to people, and it's not right. All right, enough venting, enough ranting. Get through the rest of your week, make it through the weekend, and we'll see you next week. Be safe, keep your eyes open. You know how it is out there. Until then, I am the theundj. This is Confessing Lies or Telling Stories, and I'm out.